MultiChoice entered the global streaming market in 2015, launching Showmax for African audiences. It was the first African streaming platform offering viewers a host of international blockbuster movies and series. But more specifically, Showmax focused on locally produced content.
It was where you could find good local South African content. And I think that's the thing about what will make a streaming service work in any territory, be it Africa or be it the Philippines. It's got to be local content. It's got to be in a language people understand. It's got to be something they relate to. And that has been, for a long time, MultiChoice's strength.
However, despite growing its subscriber base by over 2 million and to over 40 countries in Africa, Showmax failed to turn a profit, which is not sitting well with new owners, Canal+.
Look, I think the African market is challenging for every streaming service, not only African streaming services, the global players as well. We've seen Amazon Prime come here and then leave shortly after announcing content partners here. Netflix has never made profit in Africa as a whole, but has a presence where they can offset those losses because they have a global audience.
For a long time, and you've got to give them credit, now it's a very different landscape. There's a lot more fiber, there's a lot more 5G, there's a lot more LTE, there's a lot more connectivity for people to get online. When MultiChoice started this in 2015, they were really going it alone. They had to do something.
MultiChoice spent in excess of $300 million on Showmax. Canal+ says it cannot carry the loss-making app any longer.
Even though Showmax was running at a loss, it was providing a platform for local filmmakers and content producers. The concern now is, where will they go?
This is the question I think all producers and African content creators are asking at this point, because Showmax and MultiChoice have been massive investors in this space. That said, the only differentiation, the only USP for Canal Plus on African content is local content. That is the real selling point. So I actually think it will be rationalized and it will be looked at very strictly, but I don't think it will be cut down to a point where there's less.
Experts say Canal Plus has plans to launch a super app that could offer everything Showmax did and more.
When you look at the other markets that Canal Plus operates in, they have a kind of super app that they operate with, where they take on live TV, VOD, sports, and in many cases they actually offer the ability to subscribe to Netflix, Disney and Prime through a single service and single account. We expect them to launch a similar service here in South Africa because we are very, very streaming adapt, and roll this out into the Anglophone markets where DSTV has been sort of trading already.
It's not known when the new app will be launched, but Showmax subscribers have already been notified of the platform's pending closure. Sumitra Nadu, CGTN, Johannesburg.